Give it up for the very funny Kevin Kinner, everybody. Round of applause.
Alex Roker, ladies and gentlemen. Alex Roscoe. Got my water, got my beer. How you guys doing tonight? And it's just, every comic has to say that when they come out. I'm sorry, it's what we do. I love that Alex is doing great tonight with the emceeing. He's doing great. Sometimes I work on the weekends. There's this MC that brought me up one time, and it was just me and a headliner. I was the opener, and he came up. And he was like, ladies and gentlemen, tonight's show, our sexual encounter, here's your foreplay, it's Kevin Kinner. And I come out like, hey, wait, what? What does that mean? And the headliner that weekend was this tall, hilarious black dude. So I come out and I'm like, all right, so I guess I'm gonna try to pleasure you for 10 minutes and fail, and then huge black dudes are gonna come out. It's gonna last for an hour. And do way better than me. I go, all right, that's fine. That's what I'm used to. All right, that's fine. I like you guys. I was in from Springfield, Illinois. Anybody? Yeah. 3 people. All right. I'm from Springfield. I'm from there. Lincoln's from there too. The Abraham Lincoln. Lincoln's home is there, and believe it or not, that's where you pick up hookers from in Springfield. True. In St. Louis, there's a little like shitty river town in Illinois side called Brooklyn. That's where you pick up hookers. Chicago, it's Wrigley Field. That's where you pick up hookers. For you. But in Springfield, it's Lincoln's home, literally. Like I was driving past there, I was like 5 or 6 with my mom. First time I ever heard about this at all. And we're driving by, and I'm like, there's these skanks hanging out, they're like tube tops, they're smoking a cigarette. I'm like, hey, what's up, baby? And I'm like, what are these girls doing this late at night? And she was like, probably your father. And I was like, well, that's... Makes sense. I went to a high school called Pleasant Plains High School. Anybody ever heard of it?
Yeah.
Pleasant Plains. If you've never heard of it, we sound like the whitest fucking school in the world. Pleasant Plains. We're so nice, and there's no major hills. We were stupid as shit, though. I remember the Jack Kevorkian stuff, all that like assisted suicide or whatever. We're talking about that. We're having a class discussion. And my teacher looks at me and says, Kevin, what do you think about Jack Kevorkian and, you know, assisted suicide, euthanasia? What do you think about euthanasia? And I was like, well, they're smarter than us. I don't know what that word means. I don't know what that word means. Somebody help me. Get a dictionary? We were really good at basketball, though. We were awesome. We like won state in basketball, like in 2004, something like that. We played in national tournaments in St. Louis. We're playing this team, and I'm sitting next to this kid, happened to be a black kid. We're sitting there bullshitting about the game. And he's like, we're talking, like, he's really cool. I'm like, what's your name, man? He said, Tony. What's your name? I'm like, Kevin. Oh, where are you from, Tony? He says, Compton, California, Compton High School. And I'm like, oh, cool. Where are you from? Pleasant Plains. Pretty much the same. I mean, we kept talking, and he's like, you know, every now and then, like, you'll walk home from school, you hear gunshots, and you find out maybe one of your friends got tagged or something like that. I'm like, yeah, sometimes on my way to school, I'm stuck behind a combine, and I'm totally late for band. So, I feel you, brother. I know what you're going through. Tell you what, I did live in Springfield. My mom lives in Springfield, and she's a nurse. Anybody here a nurse? Give it up for fucking nurses. Literally, give it up for them. That is a job. I would hate being a nurse. I would never want to be a nurse. Are you kidding me? All you do is people just shit on you and piss on you and spit on you and puke on you, and that's your day. Like walking to work like, well, I might get pooped on today. All right. You just gotta accept it. It's part of your job. You don't sell insurance and like, well, I might get pooped on today. It's gonna be a weird day. My mom's a nurse. Like, I mean, nurses are awesome. I love them because they're like, actually, they'll help you out. They'll make you feel better. And doctors, they don't really give a shit about you. They'll still like help you, they'll cure you, they'll do surgery or whatever, but they'll come in and be like, all right, Mr. Johnson, we'll do that angioplasty on you, get your heart going in it. What? You want me to wipe your ass? I'm a doctor, all right? These are life-saving hands, these ain't ass-wiping hands, all right? I don't even wipe my own. I got a male nurse named Pepe that comes in and he finishes me off. Wiping his ass, no! I saved the joke by saying wiping his ass. Like, no, he's just wiping ass, don't worry. He's not doing anything dirty, huh? My mom is awesome. I was home recently, Memorial Day I was home. I was watching baseball on TV. And there was a commercial between the innings. I was sitting there watching, and the commercial said Chelsea versus Liverpool on the Fox Soccer Channel. And my mom said, "What did that say?" And I said, "Chelsea versus Liverpool?" And she said, "On the Cocksucker Channel?" Fox Soccer Channel. She sounded, I was like, wait, I said, hold on a second. Are you surprised there's a Cocksucker Channel? Or are you upset they're airing soccer on the Cocksucker Channel? She comes home from work, like, finally, I get to watch my Cocksucker Channel. What is this, soccer? No! I don't pay $15 a month for soccer. I want to watch Indiana Blows and The Last Crusade, okay? I don't know if it's a real porn. Check it out later. I don't know. We'll see. Speaking of sex. That could have been the worst segue in the comedy of history. In the history of comedy. Speaking of sex. I'm the sexual predator that he was talking about. Oh man, how come people with herpes have a way better life than me? You see these commercials on TV? They're like rock climbing and jet skiing. Riding a bicycle built for two, and they're like romantically like, this is great. I'm like, I'm in my boxers watching TV on my couch. I'm pumped because I sprung for the DiGiorno. I'm like, really? This is... They got herpes and they're having a great time. Warning, herpes may cause you to be radical! My favorite though one's the commercial they have now where like the guy and the girl together, and the guy says like, oh, I have total herpes, and the girl's like, and I don't. And we want to keep it that way, so we use blah, 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 blah. Hilarious, I love it. I think they should have reality TV though, infused in that commercial where somebody has a script and somebody doesn't have a script. So, like the girl, okay, Jill, Tom, ride the bicycle bill for two. Like, okay, this will be fun. Tom doesn't know what's going on, this is great. Okay, now rock climb. Okay, well, rock climb, this is wonderful. Jill, say your line. I have herpes. Tom. Oh, you got herpes? No! No! Damn it! Oh! Thought this was a Match.com commercial, what? A lot of Match.com jokes in there. I went to Illinois State University. Anybody? About 10, yeah? Cool. I don't know if you know this or not, but Illinois State had a bad reputation of having a lot of STDs. True story. We're not doing this anymore, is this microphone? Even the microphone doesn't like STDs, like, whoa, hot topic. Alright. Hot topic. Like 1 out of 1 people that ISU have an STD. Like, the ratio is terrible. Fortunately, I had like a steady girlfriend, so I was in the clear. That's fine, that's wonderful. I mean, it's such a negative thing, though. Let's turn that into a positive, all right, people? Let's say we're a beautiful crowd. Look at us. Give ourselves a round of applause tonight. We are wonderful looking people. Here's what you do. If somebody ugly tonight comes up and starts saying, no, you're not feeling it, just lie and say you got an STD. That's all you gotta do. They'll walk away. But you don't want to ruin your rep, so here's what you do. Here's what I do. I say a disease that kind of sounds like an STD, but it's not really an STD. So she'll come up and be like, hey, what's up, Kevin? You want to go do something later? I'm like, no, I got something. You don't want to mess with me. What's wrong? I've got scurvy. Okay, scurvy? Yeah, I fucked a pirate last weekend, and he went to town. And I woke up the next morning like, where am I? And there's a naked pirate just rubbing him, so yarg. Yeah. You shivered me timbers last night, boy, I'll be honest. I'm gonna go make breakfast. You might want to swap your poop deck. I'll be over here. Pirate joke, you gotta have the poop deck, come on. And that's why I drink beer now. I don't take rum and cokes anymore. So that's the last time I'm gonna have a little cat in me. Hello! What? No, he didn't! No, he didn't!